ask you this. Have you ever wondered what a person with a 400 plus book collection has on their shelves? Well, if you did, today's your lucky day. We're going through all of my bookshelves and all the books and all the trinkets. Let's do this.
I was never the one to write up a song for just anyone. I was always the one to find myself lost in old conversations. Oh, 'cause I've always been told that things will unfold if you keep on waiting.
Hi lovely people, welcome back or welcome if you're new. My name's Kate. This is my library. In today's video, we are finally doing a shelf tour. So, grab yourself a beverage of choice. I'll grab my coffee. And let's get started. Now this is going to be not just the library shelves in here, but also all the other shelves in the house. The ones that have got my stuff on it. The only ones that I'm not going to cover are Sam's, because I'm leaving that for him, because that's a his channel thing. I will leave his channel link down below so you can see his shelf tour if you so wish. So, gotta have a bevy. Okay, let's get started, shall we? Now, this is actually part of a series that I have been doing on my channel where I unclutter and organize all the bookshelves in my house. So if you would like to see that series, I will leave it linked down below, as well as the playlist for each one of the videos so you can follow along with the journey. So if you've been here since the beginning, let me know in the comments down below by putting a little book emoji. I'd really appreciate it. Anyway, let's get in to looking at the bookshelves. So this is my romance shelf. I'm also claiming this as my, books of the month shelf that I'm starting a stack here so that when I go to do my end of year wrap up, I have the books already. So we've got January, February, March, April, May, June. Yeah. Let's have a look at the next section. I'm sorry if the light changes too. It's really overcast today. And sometimes we get some, sometimes we don't. So let's go to the next shelf, shall we? Okay, so continuing on, we have here, this collects all my art in it. So from where I get book boxes and everything, I keep the art prints in here, as well as like the cards, so that if I ever go to sell a book or I want to put up the art piece, I can. Then following along, I have my reading journal. So this one is just a normal journal. These are from Quirky Cup Collective. I'll leave them linked down below for you as well. This one's a full reading journal. I have a full unboxing set up and everything of that. This is my current reading journal. As you can see, it's gotten pretty chunky. And then I've got my normal diary. Well, agenda planner. My next one's over. I have two Emily Henrys that are the special editions. Well, this one's special edition. This one's just hardback, but I love book lovers. So wonderful. And then we've got the new funny story. I know it's a different height and that can be annoying for some people, but that happens. Actually, I might put myself in frame. There we go. The next one, we've got Beach Reads. I haven't read any others of Emily Henry except for book lovers, and I'm halfway through Happy Place. So still a bit to go. And then we've got my Ali Hazelwood collection. The only one that's not on there is Bride, which is up the top. And then I've got Sarah Adams' Rulebook. That is book 2 from Icebreaker series, I believe. So that's up the top too. And then I have more Sarah Adams. And then I have just a mix, really. I've just mixed them. And then at the end here, sorry, you haven't been able to see the whole time. At the end here, I do have my 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo special edition as well. And then on the shelf, I have my beautiful... Ooh, nearly dropped her. Evie Pop, like how cute is she? And then I have my Rick O'Connell. I could go watching The Mummy now. I'm probably going to do that. I have an ampersand just so that when I go to put it, like take stuff out, it's not so bad. And then I have a Starless Sea, I think, door just here. So something a little different. Okay, let's go down further. Okay, I'm going to sit on the floor for this. Oh, oh no, I forgot my lanyard fell. So this is the lanyard I got for, if you want to focus, hello. Love on the Brain. It has got a bit stuck, but I got that as a pre-order from Dimix, so I'll put that back up there. Okay, continuing on, let's go this way. Okay, I have my pumpkin candle, which I absolutely love. Oh, smells amazing. I have that in a big one too. Okay, I have 3 copies, or three of the series of the Ice Planet Barbarians by Ruby Dixon. If you haven't read them, they're hilarious, very spicy. And then I've got my other books. So I don't really have them in a particular order, except for like trying to group authors together. And then from there, it's just what happens. So I've got The Bookish Life of Nina Hill, Weather Girl, Oxford Year, The Kiss, can't pronounce that. And then these are all my Tessa Bayleys. I've read of Tessa Bailey that one, haven't read that one, haven't read that one, haven't read that one, and then I've read those 2. I do have another one in my bedroom that I'm currently reading, but that's a later problem. Okay, shuffle over. Let's get closer personal. And then I've got the fine print, well, Dreamland Billionaires. I haven't read them yet, but I really want to. From Look Off With Love, Collide, which is hopefully going to be the book club pick for August. And then I've got By the Book. So I also have here Fake Mate, which I really want to read. This is going to make me want to read everything right now. And then I've got The Kilt Trip, which I got recently in Melbourne. A Novel Love Story, The Dead Romantics, Ashley Poston, love her. Then we've got Elaine Armas for The Spanish Love Deception, The American Roommate Experiment. I've read The Spanish Love Deception. I need to read this one. And then I have Delilah Green Doesn't Care. I need to get the rest in that series because I loved that. Okay, let's look at the bottom shelf. We've got my Christmas books. So I've only read, actually, I don't think I've read any of these ones. Oh, yes, I have. The Mistletoe Motive. Oh, that was amazing. Great disability representation in that one. So they're all my Christmas ones. Saving them up for Christmas time. Can't wait. And then we have some smaller paperbacks. So I do have Lucy Monroe. She writes some really great like Shifter Highlander mix. And then C.L. Wilson writes The Winter King and the Sea King. And I believe there's another one. They're a part of the Avon book collection. I love them. They're trashy. They're amazing. And then I have some Halloween ones down the bottom. And then over this side, I have some cards and some tea leaf reading information. So that is my romance shelf. Oh, Rick. So yes, that is my romance little cubby. I really enjoy the fact that it's like so colourful compared to the other side of the room, which is a lot darker. But so cute and so easy to get my journals. Let's move around to the other side, shall we? Okay, on this side, it is a mix. And there is some books missing because I have them in my TBR pile. But we're going to start with the top shelf here and work our way downwards, I think, for this one. So let's do it, shall we? That kind of works, right? Okay, so I'm sorry if this is a little bit wobbly. I have you up on top of a stool on the tripod fully extended to reach the top. So, yeah. Anyway, let's start from the top. So I have my beautiful Disney Beauty and the Beast Loungefly bag, which is of course the Beast and Belle in the library because that's what every woman wants. Well, that's what I definitely want, is I want a beautiful library. I've already got the Beast, I just need the library. And then I have my mug that actually changes color when you add heat into it, and it is kind of cool. I'm not sure if it still does the heat thing because my partner may have put it in the dishwasher, but anyway. And then I have a Beauty and the Beast sippy cup. well, ice drink cup, which has a rose in it. It used to light up and it used to have a straw, but that was back in 2020, and there's been quite a few moves since then. Let's go down the shelf, shall we? Oh, look at that angle. Oh, you are going to stay. Okay, let's hope you don't fall. Okay, I've got, so I'm down here. Hi. I've got a chip mug. I got this, I believe, from Big W. I just need Mrs. Potts now to like complete the set. In terms of books though, let's look at books first. So I have a collection of old books. Some of them I got from secondhand market, some I got as presents, some I've had for quite a long time. So I've got the Sonnets of Shakespeare, I have Fall of the House of Usher, I've got Shelley, I've got Christmas Stories and Pictures from Italy, which is a Dickinson's one. I got the New Arabian Nights. I've got Julia Reed's Pansy. I mainly got that because of the beautiful cover. Excuse me, Clogsworth. Look at that. Like, isn't that beautiful? Oh, gorgeous. Okay, and the next one I've got is a classic William Shakespeare, and then I have Lowell's poetic works. I have Longfellow's poetic works. You can tell I like poetry, can't you? Moving this out of the way, I have Waldorf and other authors. I've got The Black Arrow, Oscar Wilde. This is an original Alice in Wonderland, and then I have a Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. On the bottom here, I have The Pilgrim's Voyage or Passage. I got that last year for my birthday at Harry Hartog in the secondhand section. I just thought it was just a beautiful old book. And then at the back, I have Taylor's Oldest Time. Can you see the back? Yes, you can. Taylor's Oldest Time, a Disney Twisted Tale, which I do need to read. And then I have a Nina Lima Beauty and the Beast version, which is just gorgeous. In terms of items on the shelf, I've kind of made this my Beauty and the Beast shelf. So I've got obviously Chip, I've got my mug, which is just gorgeous. Look at this. Look at that. And then this side, it says, I want adventures in the great wide somewhere. Oh, I got this one from Disneyland when I went to Disneyland back in before COVID in 2020. And then I have a rose, which I got from Shein and had to build. I have Luminaire and Clogsworth. They're just cute. And then my husband bought me this one. Sorry, yes, I do use husband and partner interchangeably. We've only been married for 8 weeks and I still call him my partner. Anyway, this is the Beauty and the Beast coming down the stairs. Gorgeous. And then I have Mrs. Potts and a little tiny Chip. Look at Chip. Isn't he cute? Oh, I love it. Okay, let's go down. You can actually come off that thing now. Okay, starting on this side, we've got a series of classics. I can't remember what name they are. Are they Barnes & Noble? I don't know. Yes, Barnes & Noble classics. Leather-bound classics. So I've got The Story of King Arthur, which is just gorgeous. Then I've got Aesop's Fables, which I use for school all the time. Greek Myths, a wonder book for boys and girls. I've got Robin Hood. And then I've got the Blue Fairy book, which has Beauty and the Beast in it. Let me put you back. And then we've got Shakespeare sonnets and Shakespeare quotations. Really good when you're trying to find a great quote for something. Then I have a little version of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. I have the Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, and they're in like these little editions with a ribbon and everything. Then I have Othello by William Shakespeare, of course. Excuse me, Beast. And then we've got Anne of Green Gables. This one is a beautiful penguin bound edition. I do want to get more of these, but they aren't on the expensive side. Pretty much all my books are. Who am I kidding? And then I've got Anne of Green Gables again in this edition. I have Pride and Prejudice in this gorgeous edition as well. And then I've got this book, which I just love. It's Dear Fahrenheit 451, and it is a librarian's love letters and breakup notes to her books. And it's, each one is like based on like, you know, they're talking about, it's kind of like review, but not. You've got different ones, like for example, let's go, Twilight series 129. Dear Twilight series, you're on a card table at a yard sale, sitting next to an old baby alive doll and plastic makeup organizers that say Madison in foam sticky letters. Someone's not tagging along to college after all, However, how the mighty have fallen. A little lonely now. I love it. I love it. I'd like to write something similar to that. And then I have Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde in my Pratchett edition. And then I've started collecting Agatha Christie's in the special edition series. So A Mysterious Affair of Styles. And then you've got Midsummer Mysteries, which I'm going to say for actually summertime. Okay, moving over, we have my Terry Pratchett section. So we've got, they're not in order. I realize they're kind of out of order at the moment. Like the Witch series is not together and the Death series is not together, but that happens, okay? I will sort that out later. So I've got The Colour of Magic, The Reaper Man, Mort, Weird Sisters, Hogfather, which I love for Christmas. Like, oh, love it. Good Omens, Equal Rights, which the cover of that is just so cool. Anyway, and then I have this special edition of A Stroke of the Pen, The Lost Stories of Terry Pratchett. Look at it, it's so pretty. Okay, in terms of decoration, I have my Shakespeare mug here, which has a series of different quotations. This is from the Unemployed Philosophers Guild from Brooklyn. I believe I got these on ModCloth a long time ago, like a long time ago, but there's some great ones on there. Then I also have my Beastie. He's quite heavy actually for a pop, and he's holding the birds. Then I have my Enchantress with her rose. Can you see that? There we go. My Enchantress with her rose, and it's just gorgeous. And then I have Belle sitting down reading because, hello? Belle sitting down reading because why not? Like, hello. Down, shelf. I'll just lower you down. There we go. Okay, let's start from this corner for once. Okay, this is kind of my larger leather bound section because the shelf is bigger, which makes it a lot easier. So I got the Ship of Theseus. This one is the one with the monkey on it. It's that special edition one. It has this beautiful Dewey Decimal and call card on the, well, not call card, but call name and that on the side, and comes with this beautiful dust jacket, so J.J. Abrams. And then within here, it actually has writing, and the annotation is just gorgeous. I have a video actually where I flip through the entire thing. I will try and find that and link it down below unless I've deleted it. Next along we have Dracula. This is in a beautiful illustrated edition with Betts, and I just love it. I love Dracula. I love the classics. And then we've got my first Dracula book I got. Then we've got Mary Shelley's Frankenstein in this beautiful cover. It's the same as the Jane Austen one above. Then we've got, I believe, who are you? You're Barnes & Noble as well, just the bigger ones. So we've got the Iliad and the Odyssey by Homer. We've got Jane Austen's 7 novels. I'll just check that you can actually see. Yep, there we go. And then we've got the Tales of Norse Mythology. We've got the Brothers Grimm. We've got the Iliad as well. This one is not a Barnes & Noble, but I did get it at an antique thingy. Well, at the book fair. Like, how could I not pass that up? Like, look at that. Oh, where is it from? That's the question. Oh, marbling. Hello. Oxford Library of World's Great Books. Thank you, Oxford Library. I am also a library. Okay, and then I've got Sir Thomas Malory's La Morte d'Arthur, so it's the King Arthur, the Knights of the Round Table. I have the complete tales of Edgar Allan Poe with Nevermore the Raven, and then I have the complete novels of the Bronte sisters. In terms of things, I have this beautiful mug, which I got from the Book Grocer in terms of a collab that I was working with them. And then we have Bram Stoker. He's actually my second one. My first one fell off the shelf and his head got eaten by the dogs. And then I have Frankenstein here with his little flower. And then up above, I do have a glass cup and saucer. It's a bit hard to get out without breaking. I've already broken so many things today. But it is this beautiful glass cream cup. And then I have this sieve thing. Maybe if I don't put the sieve thing in there. Oh yeah, that works. Good job, Kate. Okay, going over this side, I have Poe, obviously with his little tiny skull. I have a beautiful magnifying glass. I have the Bronte mug. So this is from the same company as the Shakespeare one, but these are the Bronte quotes, and it's just gorgeous. And then I have my rose in a dome. This actually lights up, but you have to plug it in. It's not battery, unfortunately. My next one, we've got Emily Bronte and, Wuthering Heights and Jane Eyre. These are the illustrated editions. And then I have a Jane Austen colouring in book, which has some beautiful cards in there. I've got Persuasion. I've got Stephen Fry's The Ode Less Travelled. And then I have a Frankenstein edition, which I think is from ACOTAR. Going along, I've got Arthur Miller's The Crucible, Frankenstein Again, which is an original classic, which one of my friends got me, The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, I have Poems for Women, and then I have Jane Austen on Love and Romance. Let's go over. Then I have this beautiful edition of The Hobbit, which is just gorgeous. I have a Lord of the Rings all bound as one. Now this is the special edition version, of course, because why not have the special editions? And then right in the corner here, I have the leather-bound collection of the J.R. Tolkien's The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. And these are little, with Bible-thin pages, but so cute. In terms of items on the shelf, I have these bowls, which are from ACOTAR. They are just gorgeous. So this one's the Shire, and this is Erebor, obviously. Then I have a Narnia door. I have my little Jane Austen, which she took forever to find. And she has a little Pride and Prejudice in her hands. And then I have my Jane Austen mug, which is the same as all the other mugs. What a surprise, right? I'm going to stay behind the camera for these ones. I have a mixed love with large paperbacks. I love reading them because they're just so floppy, but I hate the way that they look on a shelf. I know that's very superficial of me, but you know, that happens. So let's go through them. I've got the Mirrors Visitor series. I have book 2, 3, and 4. I got them at a book fair, and I have not got the first one yet. So that is a later Kate problem. Then we've got my Amanda Bruchette section. This is the Kingmaker Chronicles. All these ones. I'm yet to read this one, The Queen's Curse. I'm kind of saving it because this one, whew, that ended in heartache. And then we've got her sci-fi series. I really like the first one, just can't get into the second. I'm going to try later. And then we've got Wildest Dreams by Kristen Ashley, which is just gorgeous. Her second one, I believe, this one's like a winter one. The second one kind of reminds me of original Game of Thrones. Then we've got Heart's Blood by Juliet Miller. This is a Beauty and the Beast retelling. And Heart's Blood is an ink. And it's quite a good one, actually. I really enjoyed it. And then we've got A Curse of Salt. These ones are for my 24 books for 2024. And I haven't got to them yet. We've got Carissa, Broadbent, Daughter of No Worlds. I need to read this series really bad, but I'm worried because it the front kind of reminds me of Throne of Glass. I'm not sure whether I'm going to like it, but I do like Throne of Glass, but
it just struggled to read the last one. And then I've got V. Schwab's The Fragile Threads of Power. Continuing on, I've got Stephen R. Donaldson's The Mirror of Her Dreams. And then over here I have my Bridget Kimmerer, I don't know. It's Curse So Dark and Lonely, I Have a Heart So Fierce and Broken, A Vow So Bold and Deadly, and then I have this one, which is Forging Silver into Starlight. I need to read this one, but I have read those, so it's a later one. I did, because I special ordered the Forging Silver into Starlight, and that's a part of the series, I did get this tea towel, and this tea towel, well, tapestry, I do want to hang it up. It's a part of that series, and it kind of gives the different places that things are. I need to fold it up now. Let's start, shall we? Let's do this. So I've got the Cruel Prince. I only have the first one because I didn't like it. And then I've got How the King of Elfheim Learned to Hate Stories. Super long title, don't know why. And then I've got Nevernight, Furyborn, Kingsbane, and Lightbringer. Haven't read. Then I've got The Fallen Kingdom. Also haven't read. Daughter of the Moon Goddess. Haven't read. Legendborn. This is the special edition with the beautiful thing, and it is signed. And then I've got Samantha Shannon's The Bone Season. It is a beautiful one. And I left the plastic covering that came with it. Then I've got The Hurricane Wars. That is a part of my 24 books for 2024. Then I have my Lynette Noni's The Prison Healer. I don't know what the series is actually called. This is the special edition one. I don't know if there's anything. Yeah, there is. Under the Doth Drucket. The others don't have it. And I still need to read that one. And then I've got Circe. This edition is just my favourite. Look at it. Isn't it gorgeous? And then Under the Dust Jacket. Beautiful. Beautiful, darling. And then I have Song of Achilles in special edition. I've also got Circe again. And then I've got a little Madeline Miller that came with it. And then I have the City of Bones special edition. I've had that one for ages. It's starting to turn colours. Okay, that is the first bookcase on this side. And I am exhausted. Okay, up we go, people. Up we go. Okay, we are starting up the top again. I have my beautiful new Star Wars Loungefly book, and I just found my lip gloss. Go me. And I also have these fake books. So one's A Beginner's Guide to Portal Magic, and the other one is the Book of Fate. I believe I got them from Fairy Loot. I am not 100% sure, but that happens, right? Let's go down a shelf. On this baby, this is my Throne of Glass shelf, and I hope you're not going to fall. We're going to find out. We've got pretty much your basic Throne of Glass in hardcovers. I've collected each individual one. One at a time. It was so much fun. I also got the new edition. Whoop, don't you fall. Stay. The new edition as well, which I really like, but I'm going to keep my old ones as well. Then I have the special edition, or the collector's edition version. Kind of wish I had a slip cover like A Court of Thorns and Roses. And then I have this beautiful cup, which I think is from the Bookish box. I have this notepad, and I also have the colouring in book. And then over here, I'm having my version of Ronan, which is Geralt. But, you know, Geralt life. Next shelf down. Hi. This shelf, we start to get into my hardbacks, and my special editions are all mixed in here. So it is going to be a mess. We've got things at the front. We've got my dragon that I'm calling, I don't know, dragon. We've got my Fourth Wing bookmark, which is just so cute. And then we've got How to Survive Bethgar's College. This one is from our crate as well. And then we've got the black edition of Fourth Wing. We've got the Australian hardback special edition. I've got the red special edition as well. I also got this cute necklace from enamel pin something. I'll leave it linked down below. It's violet little thing, and then on the back it says not all strength is physical. And then I have Iron Flame in the special edition as well. I've got Ninth House. This is just your usual hardback, but I got it with the pretty, yeah, I'm still reading it, the pretty snake on the front. Put these back because otherwise I will forget. Okay, then I've got Hellbent, which is the next one. I've got Babel. These are all just normal ones. I've got Olivia Blake, the Atlas 6. That's a normal one as well. And then I have 2 copies of A Study in Drowning. So I've got this one. This is the Illumicrate version. I kept it because of Under the Dust Jacket. It's just so cute. And the sprayed edges. Just the sprayed edges. And then I really like this cover of A Study in Drowning. I just thought it was just gorgeous. This one does not have sprayed edges. Does have really nice end papers though that I need to look at, and underneath is just divine. Okay, and then I've got Law of the Wilds. I believe this was my romantasy one from Fairy Loot. It is just gorgeous. Look at it. Oh, look at those edges. I don't want to put the, oh, do I want to put the edges out? Yeah, let's put them out like that. And then we've got A Book of Night by Holly Black. This is the Waterstones exclusive edition with obviously the Moony Moo. Then you've got One Dark Window. I really need to read the second one. This one does have sprayed edges, not stenciled. Then I've got The Forest Grimm, which is just cute. This one also is a Fairy Loot edition. I'm not going to face that one out. Then I've got Feybound. This is the Waterstones exclusive, but signed by the author as well, which is really cool. Why do they always get the cool ones? And then I've got the Darkening, which also is a Fairy Loot as well. I do have my little scholarly people. They are just sitting there because I think they go with the dark academia vibes of these books. So let's go the next shelf down, shall we? Okay, we have here, first off, we've got Emily Wilde overlays. I have not read Emily Wilde, and I don't have the Fairy Loot edition, and I really want it. Then I've got the collector's edition of Empire of the Vampire with my little mushroom and a little cross, because why not? It's a vampire. Kind of gives me Dracula vibes. I got Vesper Time by Margaret Rogerson. Then I've got An Enchantment of Ravens by Margaret Rogerson, and then Cruel Illusions. This is also Fairy Loot, and it's got some beautiful roses. Then I got A Forgery of Roses, which I believe is also Fairy Loot, or it might be Alcrate. Sprayed edges as well. Then I have 2 copies of The Swordcatcher. This first one is, I believe, from Alcrate. Yeah, Alcrate. And then this one I got from Dimmix, which is just your more of your standard. Then I've got Silver in the Blood, which is Alcrate as well. Look at that, King Arthur, eat your heart out. And then one of my favorite books of the year is What the River Knows. This one is Alcrate, I believe. Let me check. Yeah, Alcrate. I like this edition more because of this sprayed edges. It's just gorgeous. And look under the dust jacket. Oh, love it. And then I've got The Serpent and the Wings of Night, which I still haven't read yet. Funny story. This is the special edition. And I didn't realize that not only did I buy it on my birthday, but I pre-ordered it from Dimmix, not Dimmix, from Big W ages before that. So anyway, so this is Spice Road. This one is also a Fairy Loot, and look how pretty it is. I know some people had some issues with them not lining up with the spine, but I don't care. Mistakes happen. They kind of make them a little bit more rare sometimes. Garden of the Cursed, I believe this is an Alcrate version as well. The Threads That Bind, very cute. Then we've got Violet Made of Thorns. And then we've got 2 versions of A Fragile Enchantment. We've got option 1 and option 2. Which one do you think I like more? It's a trick question because I like both of them. You're welcome. Thank you for coming to my talk show today. And then I have The Vicious Grace. Her gift can save or it can kill. I really do need to read this. Yeah. Yeah, I do. Yeah. Oh, so I made these as like my apothecary kind of things. They're just like little quartz crystals. But I did like little stamps in the top. No. So it's got like a stamp on the top and crystals. I made little vials because I thought I was cool. I am cool. Don't tell the kids. Let's go down. In this dark little corner, let me move my ladder out of the way. In this dark little corner, I have my 6 of Crows. These are the general special editions that you can get. They do have spread edges. And Crooked Crown is black. And then I've got A Language of Thorns. I also have this one, which is like the Saints book, which I think is just gorgeous. And then I have King of Stars and King of Scars and Rule of Wolves. Both love them. They're probably my favorite in the series. And then Demon of the Woods. That is amazing. I love it too. And then I have this fake book, which is meant to be from Dark Shade of Magic. And it's this gorgeous tin. Then following along, yeah, this shelf goes forever. I've got Ruthless Vows. This is just your normal paperback edition. I actually got that from Waterstones. And then this is Divine Rivals. This is the Fairy Loot edition, which is just beautiful. Then I have Stephanie Garb's Carnival. This is the beautiful special edition that my husband got me. So it's got 1 admittance, and then on that side, it's just gorgeous. And then we've got Curse of True Love. Now, the reason why I have 2 of them, sorry if you hear the clicking, that's my dogs keep coming in. I have 2 copies because they are different underneath. So this one's the apple. And then this version is the exclusive edition. This one is the paw print. I don't know what makes that one exclusive. And then I have the Ballad of Never After. I'm not sure if that's... Oh, yes, it is. There we go. Flowers. And then Once Upon a Broken Heart. I think this one's the normal. Yeah, normal. Non-fancy, that one. And then I got... we'll get to that one in a minute. We've got Our Violent Ends, which is the second book in these Violent Delight series, which if you haven't read it and you like Romeo and Juliet, read it. Then we've got Belladonna, which is this special edition from Fairy Loot. I absolutely treasure this one. This is just gorgeous. It's so cute within it. And just, I kind of wish that had a different cover, but anyway. And then on the shelf, I have a little magnet, which is Belladonna. Well, not Belladonna, but the main character in Death. And then I have 2 spoons. One of them says, "Hello, little bird," and the other says, "Come to stab me again." I think that's cool with different ones on it. Let's go down. Okay, let's start from the left. From the left, we have the Shadow and Bone series. This is the ones without... I was so lucky to get them without the Netflix thing. Oh, so close. Then we have Daughter of Smoke and Bone. We have your classic Twilight with Midnight Sun. We have Serpent and Dove, which most of these, like, I've started them and haven't finished. And then we've got For the Wolf. That was the one I was trying to think of the other day for one of my reviews for Checkmate. Oh no, it's for Bonded by Thorns. And then For the Throne, we have The Burning Sea and Song of the Forever Rains. We have The Worst Witch and Ice Mark. Now, these ones are special to me because they're written in by my sister and my mum, so they're very special. And then I have a mug, which is meant to be for Kingdom of the Wicked mug. So you've got this in the middle, but it's quite cute. I do want to buy that series in hardcover, so I did unhaul them, just FYI, before anyone like ats me. Okay, down the bottom we have my graphic novel section. I was going to say it was something else as well, but it's just graphic novel. So we've got the Lore Olympus series, we've got Heartstopper in a special edition, we've got Inuyasha Volume 1, I need to get the others, we've got Crumbs, Fangs, which is really cute. Like, how cute is that? Pumpkin heads. We've got mooncakes. Awesome representation. Seance Tea Party got me into graphic novels. Absolutely love it. Then we've got And the Ocean Was the Sky by Patrick Ness. This is like a flipped version of Moby Dick. And then we've got Frankenstein the graphic novel. We've got Diary of Anne Frank, Storm by Tim Minchin. And then we have Florence and the Machine, Useless Magic. And then we have a Book of Magic. That is that shelf. Starting at the tippy top again, because we're nearly finished. We've nearly got like one more shelf to go after this. Anyway, we've got a Loungefly. This is the Hocus Pocus bag. It is my favorite bag of all time, and I love it so much. And I got it from my mother-in-law. She's lovely. Anyway, I've got the Romantasy first box from Fairy Loot because I wanted to keep it because I like their design. So that's why that happened. Anyway, down, baby, down. Okay, we have, this is my Sarah J Maas Court Throne, and then House of Wind down that way. So I've got the colouring in book. I have Meredith. She kind of gave me the archery and like peasant but not vibes of A Court of Thorns and Roses, so I keep her there. I also have this cauldron, which has the best smelling candle in it, and I do burn it at Halloween time. This is Sand and Fog, and the scent is Ghoul Friend. Oh, beautiful. And then I have this tin, which is from Our Crate, and it has the different seasons on it, and then obviously the Night Court at the top. I have this beautiful tin. Ooh, I knocked stuff over. I think this is from Litjoy, probably. So it's this gorgeous book tin, and I just love the design. And then inside it says, I was his and he was mine, and we were the beginning, the middle, and the end. We were a song that sung, and from the very first amber of light in the world. Then behind it, I have my special edition of A Court of Thorns and Roses. And then following over, I have my keyring chain, which I need to put back on my bag. This one is from the Quirky Cup Collective, and it's just gorgeous. Then I have the beautiful crown, which I'm calling my crown for this. I have A Court of Thorns and Roses. These are the hardcover editions. I don't believe they have, that one doesn't have any extra. I'll move my dagger too. This is my beautiful dagger. It's actually a dagger. Court of Mist and Fury. Don't think that one's got anything either. No, I think it's Wings and Ruin that have extra. So this one does have the extra in it, which is the art. Don't think it has anything on the dust jacket. No. And then on this side has that one. Isn't it cute? Anyway, I have A Court of Frost and Starlight. I do have Silver Flame, but I'm currently reading that, so that's in another room. I have the special edition versions from Fairy Loot of A House of Earth and Blood. I have two. I have book 1 and book 2. I do have a whole video going through them, but they are gorgeous. Like, oh, so nice. And then I've got the standard hardback versions. This is the Waterstone with the extra chapter. And then from Enchanted Odysseys, I have this beautiful card, which I'm just going to stick there. And then this guy goes there. And then this is from Enchanted Odysseys as well. It's this beautiful bookmark. It's foiled. It's gorgeous. Gives me all the vibes. And she's going there. We have Elise Cover's, I think it's Elise. Yes, Elise Cover's book, A Trial of Sorcerers. This one, they're independently published and they're just gorgeous. And then we've got A Hunt of Shadows. Can't remember what's under this one. Next one, that's book 2. And then I also have A Deal with the Vampire Lords. I really enjoyed this one. It's very cool Under the Dust Jacket. And then I have Air Awakens. This is probably Under the Dust Jacket, my favorite. Just look at it. Isn't it gorgeous? Oh, oh, so pretty. Oh, this is hurting my neck. Is this hurting your neck? It's hurting my neck. We've got Legends and Lattes. This is just your standard hardcover. And then my husband got me Bookshops and Bones Dust. This is the special edition. It is just gorgeous. I can't remember where he got this one from. I can't remember. And then I have Inadequate Air, which is out of order, to these ones, which is also out of order. What am I doing, Kate? These are the Bridge Kingdom series by Danielle L. Jensen. These are her independently published before she signed the publishing deal. So these ones do have pretty, and the map all meets up, which is just gorgeous. If you like badass girls, this is for you. So book 1 and 2 is the first couple. Book 3 and 4 is the next, which is her brother. Yeah, it's just, I love it. I love it. Okay, continuing on, we have a little spoon, which is a mushroom. It says happily ever after on it. I've got Heartless Hunter, which the other version name of this is the Crimson Moth. I don't know why they did different, but America, like, am I right? Am I right? So cute. I want to read that ASAP. Then we've got Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. This is the library bound edition. Library bound means that it doesn't have a dust jacket. Just means it's a bit more hardy. I've got V. Schwab's The Invisible Life of Ali LaRue, which is the special edition. I've got To Kill a Shadow. I think this is Alcrate. Yeah, and it's sprayed edges. Only a Monster, also Alcrate, sprayed edges. Omen of Ice, saving, really want to read very soon. Also Alcrate. Raw, she's just gorgeous. I love this cover. I really liked this series too. She's a hidden air kind of thing. And then Rage is the second one. Really need to read the second. Then I've got The Nettle and Bone by T. Ken Fisher. Not a special edition, but a hardback. I've got Crave by Tracy Wolf, because if you haven't read School with Vampires, this is for you. When I first saw this, I thought this was a shell, but it's really a rose. Funny. Lake's Edge. I really need to get the second one and read that. Great Crimson Peak Gothic horror. Well, not horror, but romance. And then I've got V. Schwab's Gallant, and this is the Outcrate special edition. And it's just gorgeous. Okay, next shelf, which is my favorite shelf of all time. I'm just letting my hair go crazy lately. I just embracing the craze. Just embrace the craze. Okay, back to books. Hey, we're gonna do bits as well as things. So obviously Agatha. It was Agatha all along. Amazing. I kind of want to watch WandaVision again. Then we've got Jessica Clare, Go Hex Yourself. So cute. Great witchy romance. Awesome. The cat talks. And then I've got What the Hex. That's the next book in the series. She has a pet squirrel, people. A pet squirrel. Then we've got The Modern Girl's Guide to Magic. I haven't read that one yet. I'm going to save it for Halloween. And then What You're Going to Do kind of reminds me of the others, but I'm saving this for Halloween as well. Hex in the City. This is book 2 of Hex Appeal, which is down below, but this one's a smaller edition. The Unfortunate Side Effects of Heartbreak and Magic. Love the teacup. Then I've got the X-Hex, which I just love. It's one of my favorite witchy ones. Then I've got A Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon and A Witch's Guide to Wooing a Witch, which I have reading vlogs for those. And then I have the Wisteria Society of Lady Scoundrels, which is just amazing. Look at it. Perfection. If you like Jane Austen and you like the idea of magic and witchiness, that's for you. I've got the League of Gentlewomen Witches. Love. I read this book first and then I went back and realized that was book 2. You can still read it. There's just some bits you're just like, what? Then we have obviously Wanda with her book. Then the Secret Society of Tea and Treason. Love it. Then we've got Howl's Moving Castle, paperback edition. We've got The Hedge Witch, which is just cute, and I haven't read, but I need to. There's a few of them I haven't read. And we've got Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. This is just your standard hardcover. I have A Sorcery of Thorns, also standard hardcover. I have The Wicked Witch of the West, or Elzebub. I did see Wicked, hence the Wicked glasses, and absolutely loved it. I've got a Witch's Brew mug. It's a mug, and then the spoon is also like a broom thing. It's just so cute. It's like witch's broth, it is. And then I've got underneath that one is The Mysteries of Thorn Manor, which is just a glorified epilogue, but I love it. I have the Book of Eyes in a book tin. I'll get it out and show you. Why not? Life's short. Excuse me, dear. So this is the Book of Eyes. It came in one of the book boxes, and I bought it from someone in the UK. So it is the beautiful book tin. And then we've got Sorcerer of Thorns, Lumicrate. Just gorgeous. I don't get a Lumicrate because I don't like their picks as much, but we won't go there. I've only got like one Illumicrate and I'm like, I'm good. I've got The Witch's Haven. I've got Wild is the Witch and The Nature of Witches. Both these have pretty underneath. And then I have my Starbucks cat mug, which my husband bought me early in our days. It's a bit dusty at the moment, but how cute is the witch's hat? And then the mug, oh, they don't make them like that anymore. They really don't. They really should get back to that. So we've got Ghost Stories. This is sweet, warm, and spice. Pumpkin spice marshmallows caramelized over hickory wood on top of cinnamon graham crackers. It's amazing. Yep, it's just, I have this in a bigger one too. So good. I've got Hex Appeal by Kate Johnson, who also writes one of my favorite books. The Fugal Wizard's Handbook for Surviving Medieval England by Brandon Sanderson. The Kiss Curse. What I hate is the fact that these ones are the big editions and I also have the small ones, so I need to fix them. Not Your Average Hot Guy. Hilarious. Hilarious. He is a devil. Oh, Devil's Son or whatever. And then I've got my Cauldron. This is also a candle. Ugh. Candle. Haven't used yet. Nice. And then I've got my cards from Fairy Loot from in here. I have my beautiful Galaxy teacup that I've had for a while. Discovery of Witches. I do want to get them in the hardcover edition, but I'm just holding on to them for now. Then I've got Lightlark and Nightbane. Still haven't read them yet, but do have both of them. I've got Bone Cryer's Moon and Bone Cryer's Dawn. Still haven't read them either. These Hollow Vows Standard Edition. I have read that, but I haven't read these Twisted Bonds. I've got Flower Heart. Like, how cute is that? And then I have Iron Widow, the London Seance Society, which is part of my witchy books that I do want to read for Halloween. And then I have Red, White and Royal Blue in the special edition. In terms of extra things, I have Little Mickey. Well, Minnie actually. Minnie with Halloween candy, and she is adorable. Because she is, okay? She is. The beauty of this shelf is some of these are self-destruct, so some of them I'm not actually going to read. So let's start over this side. These are my poetry collection. So I have, this is Amanda Lovelace. I love her poetry. As you can see, I pretty much have her whole collection. It's just gorgeous. I've got The Sun and Her Flowers, the Book of Awesomeness. I've got The Days at the Morishiki bookstore. Then I have What Are You Looking For is in the Library, Before the Coffee Gets Cold, and the Gulag Archipelago. Sure. Then I have a series of pumpkin candles, and then I have Self-Destruct book. Okay, I'm going to put you on the desk this time because it's just going to be easier. I have a Polaroid camera. Done. Next shelf down. Let's have a look. So, this is my Jennifer L. Armentrout section. One of them is missing because I'm currently reading it. I have this beautiful coin money bank. It's From the Moment to the Last Moment. I Am Yours from Blood and Ash by the Fable Crate. It's just cute. And then I've got The Fall of Ruin and Wrath. This is the special edition from Our Crate, and I just love it. I haven't read it yet, but I love it. It's a common occurrence, okay? And then I have the traditionally published From Blood and Ash, Kingdom of the Flesh and Fire, and A Shadow of Ambers. And then I have her Storm and Fury series. And then over here I do have a Fairy Loot mug, which is From Blood and Ash with them in it. And I do have 2 daggers. One of them is Darker Shade of Magic, and the other is Serpent and... no, is it Serpent and Dove? I think so. It looks like it. Correct me if I'm wrong, please, people. Next one down. Sorry, I don't know why I keep doing an accent. Okay, I have Arlene Adler's, I don't know, Bewitched and Bewildered series. Really great shifter, independently published, awesome series. So I have the first section. It's like phase 1. I do need to get the others. And then I've got The King's Executioner by Donna Fletcher. This is the independently published. It is a historical romance, and thank you for writing that on the spine. I have a Howl's Moving Castle candle thing, which is just cute. And then I've got Broken Bonds by Jay Bree. I need to get the rest in that series. I really did like that series. I really need to get the others. And then I've got my Scarlet St. Clair section. First off though, I have a little Calcifer. I don't think he turns on because I didn't get batteries for him. And then I have Calcifer's candle, which is from Flick the Wick from Alcrate. So I do have Scarlet St. Clair's A Touch of Darkness. And then I've started getting the Hades version, so I haven't read past 1. I need to read the others. This is her vampire series, King of Battle and Blood. Absolutely loved it. Can't wait to read Queen of Myth and Monsters, which will happen soon. It will happen soon. Maybe. Okay, next shelf down. This is kind of like my dark romantic-y romance shelf. We have another little mushroom. I've had them for ages. We've got the Mead Mishap series here, which if you haven't read the first one, you need to. It is amazing. Don't let the cover discourage you. Then we've got Guild. Still need to read that. And we've got Hardwired by Meredith Wilde. It's the Hacker series, I believe. And then we've got Hate by Tate James. This is a signed edition. Look, beautiful. And then that's the properly published, well, properly the traditional published. And then I also have her independently published versions because I loved them. How is that bigger than that? Anyway, and then I have my Gargoyle Dragon defending the books. Hey. Next series, we've got Cinnamon Scrolls, I've had for a while. This one's by Kate Johnson, who also does the Hex in the City and Hex Appeal series. It's Impossible Things, quite dark, love it. Fantasy romance. We've got Pestilence by Lauren Theastri, which is over here too. I don't know why I separated them. Anyway, King of Wrath series, Reluctant King by Montana Ash. And this one I did win. And I got to personalize. It's so good. And then I've got Assistant to the Villain. I did get the sprayed edge one. I hunted high and low for that. Then I have the Bargainer series. This is the independently published version. Then I've got She Shifters of Hell's Corner. And this is Wolf Boss. Really cute. Then I've got Ledge and Chasm. And then over here I've got High Mountain Court and The Witch's Blade. If you like Court of Thorns and Roses, read this one. Oh, so we have a beautiful thing from Typo. It is a beautiful pug and he holds pens. So he's going to go up there. We've got J.R. Ward's books here. And then we've also got Grace Draven section. We've got Radiance and Entreat Me, Beauty and the Beast retelling. Love it. I have a theme, okay? And then we've got Chrisley Cole's Immortals After Dark series. This is Dark Skies. It is out of order, but I just love, look at that shine on there. And then we've got, obviously, the other books within that series. And then we have a Burn the Wick Candle Co., which is Books and Coffee, which is just amazing. And then right down the bottom, we have my journals or older journals. Oh, I don't know why I was limiting. Older journals and book sleeves. So I have these in a tote bag thing that came from Fairy Loot. And I just have a heap in there. And it's just amazing. I love them. Well, people, that is all the books in this room. I do have like a little pile over in the corner of ones that I'm taking to the op shop, but we're not going to talk about them. We're just going to leave them there, okay? We are going to adventure out into the rest of the house. I realize this video is going to be really long, so If I put it in 2, sorry. If not, if you really like these long chatty ones where people go through their whole collection, welcome. Welcome. Anyway, these are the shelves in the library. I mainly keep these ones as my special edition section, but now they're kind of all my books and all my books over there, as I've left Harry Potter and Star Wars out there. So let's go, shall we? Let's go. Okay, lovely people, I'm hoping you can't hear my dryer. Fingers crossed. Or that you can't hear my dog chewing apart a toilet roll. But that's where we're at today. We're now in the lounge room space. So this is where the rest of the bookshelves are, because this is where we display our nerdom. We're just going to call it nerd life. I'm going to give you a quick overview of these things and these shelves. If you want to see these ones and how I put them together, I will leave the link down below. It's a whole series. Anyway, let's go through these shelves. This side is Star Wars, which is my husband's side because he is a Star Wars fanatic. And then my side is Harry Potter. So let's have a look. There's not a massive amount of books, but there is some. So let's have a look, shall we? Okay, starting from the top, we have a collection of pops. Now, I did try to organize these pops according to show. They're not all perfect because I was guessing, but you know, I'm kind of happy with how it turned out. So I'm going to show you like a side view of these ones so you can have a look. But we've got Lego up the top because he does have a lot of Lego. I blame him for my Lego love, but anyway. So we've got Lego up the top, and then I kind of put these as the Ahsoka series. And then these ones are your classic series with Pickett and Luke and Snow Luke up the back, if you can see him. And then let's go down, shall we? On the next shelf, we've got General Grievous, and we do have a snippet from the original film. We've got his Lego figures, and if you have a look, they're all in their little section. Look at the little tiny Grogu. Isn't it cute? And then he's got obviously Luke and Anakin and everyone else. And then we've got Rey, the really nice Ahsoka. And then we have a clone trooper who has the Ahsoka markings. And then, this side we have little Grogu, who is animated, but if I turn him on, the dogs are going to go off their nut. This side is Mandalorian, hence the Mando standing in the corner with little Grogu, who I've just realised is missing an ear. But anyway, let's go down the next section. This section we have more Lego going across here, and then we have the dark Lego figures in the back there. We have a paint your own Star Trooper, and then this is the rest of the Mandalorian section with the Mandalorian book and a nice candle. And then we have big Mando Who bubbles there. Then down the bottom, we've got a photo of us. We've got the DVDs. And then we have the big land speeder. Isn't it huge? Whew. Across the top here, we have got lights behind this one. We decided to go red on this side and blue on the other, just because it just works that way. We have the lightsabers with the retro looking pops, which is very cool. Next one down, we have I've kind of done like a High Republic and comic section. So we've got High Republic comics here and all across here because he does like High Republic. And then we've got the Drengi in the background, and I've put a plant in there to be a bit Drengi-like. Then we've got a Rogue One section going across there, Tatooine, and then we've got the official special editions as well. I have put the records there too to make it just fit because they couldn't fit anywhere else. And then right down the bottom, we've got some Marvel DC. We've got the weird tech thing. And then we've got some big books, the card game, and another art book down there. So that is this section. Let me give you a full overview. It is really nice. I loved how it turned out. And I'm so happy that we actually have room for him now too. He has room for more Legos. And
You should see his room. Let me give, what do you two think? See, he's chewing apart a toilet roll. His favourite thing in the world. So we have the TV cabinet, which for some reason the Xbox is missing. He's probably put that in his room. Some cool figurines and some pictures going on here. And then I put the DVDs down the bottom. Is the Harry Potter section. Though we do have a TARDIS. Okay, so we've got the 25th anniversary edition of Harry Potter. Then we do have the Hogwarts bookends that I've had for quite a while. These are my original copy of Harry Potter. I have had them for a very long time. They even have my name on the back. I won't show you that, but they're very, very old, very loved. And I'm never going to get rid of them. Yeah, we've got the Lewis chess pieces up the top, which are from a museum exhibition that I went to. And then we have my Niffler with his butterbeer over to the side. Look at him. Isn't he cute? The next shelf down, we have a chocolate frog tin, which still has the cards in it. I also have my Hogwarts letter. And then we've got, I've put the 3 Nina Lima illustrated Harry Potters out here, and I've tried to theme them as per the year that they are. So we've got young Harry with the snitch, and then we have the chocolate frogs. The Felix Alicia, I know doesn't quite work, but it's where it is. Across here we've got Hermione, we've got Buckbeak with Harry Potter, which is a new release. I just love it so much. Then we've got the Time Turner. I did put this cup here, it kind of gave me that. And then over here we have the magic books and the map. And a set of wands, including my wand down the bottom. On this next shelf, I kind of made, it was meant to be a Ravenclaw shelf. It did not end that way, but you know, whatever. We've got Fantastic Beasts in the corner, and I have my cup that you can't really see. Wish they all came with stands. Anyway, I got my beautiful cup from the Harry Potter exhibition. I have my butterbeer up the back. I have Trelawney, she's just so cute. And I've got my Hogwarts house books. Here I have my Ravenclaw diadem, which is an actual reproduction, hence why it's still so shiny. I have Luna Lovegood, including her glasses, and I have a crocheted one from an ex-student, and then I have a little cauldron there floating. Okay, down the bottom here, we have, up the back, we have the Cursed Child when it was in Melbourne. And then we've got card games as well as some books. We've got across here the illustrated editions of the Harry Potter series. And then I have some of the other ones. So Tales of Beat at the Bar, The Fantastic Beasts and the History of Magic. I do also have the bowl of Bertie Bott's and a cup. And I've got a little magic house. This little magic house is so cute. I built this. It turns on. Look at it. Isn't that cool? So proud of myself. Okay, on this beautiful shelf, I have made Diagon Alley. So we have Hagrid at the Leaky Cauldron, Ollivander in front of Ollivanders. We've got Ron in front of Quidditch Supplies. We have Harry in front of the Owl Emporium. We have Junie with her book and Tom Riddle's diary in front of Flourish and Bots. And then we have one of the Weasley twins in front of Weasley's Wizard Whizzes. And then we have Gringotts with this adorable looking goblin. And I also have another butterbeer one there. Let's go down to Hogsmeade and Hogwarts. Starting on this side, this is my new Mandrake. I got him for my birthday. I put him together. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ready? If you move his arms up and down, his mouth opens, and I think that's so cute. Yeah, and he folds up and goes in his pot. Should put earmuffs near him. Anyway, going across in Diagon Alley, we've got Lupin with the Shrieking Shack, Dumbledore in front of the Hog's Head, and he's actually got a little butterbeer in his hand, which I think is just so cute. Put him back now. This is why we don't pick these things up, people. Okay, next we have Neville in front of Honeydukes with his lollipop, and we have Madame Rosmerta in front of the 3 broomsticks. If you actually move her out of the way, you can actually see it better, but I think it's pretty cool. Then we have Professor McGonagall and Professor Dumbledore. Look at him, isn't he gorgeous? In front of Hogwarts. Now, something that I learnt was, because you buy these individually, this one goes with that one, that one goes with that one, they actually join up. So anyone who's wondering where the other half of your Hogwarts is, that's where it is. I did not know. Who knows? And then I have a Harry Potter original doll that I've had for quite a long time and will never disappear. The last shelf is my Hocus Pocus shelf. So I do have a Hocus Pocus candle, if it will let me, with a cauldron. It smells amazing. I do have some bubble bath that looks like a potion. Then I have my Lego Hocus Pocus, which is very cute. The roof does lift off, but I'm not going to do that because I'm breaking things today. See? You're welcome. We have my three sisters. I have them as pop figures, and right up the back I do have Hocus Pocus Mickey ears, because why not? Then over here, not so spooky, is I have my Birch books, and I have 107 as the apartment flat, which has some beautiful books in there. If you can have a look. Whee! If you have a look, it is actually a bookstore. There is books within there, and you can buy books. Not that you can see because it's inside. It's the only thing about Lego. And then we have a little cactus. Okay, everyone, that's it. I have gone through every shelf that I have in this house. Yes, I've got like a couple in the bedroom, but I ain't doing that. You're not here for that. It's fine. It's fine. I'm too tired. I'm too tired. Anyway, Odin and I are very tired. Let me show you him right now. There we go. He's sitting on his pillow. Say hi, Odin. Odie, hi. Hi. Anyway, he's sitting on his pillows. And I'm tired. This has taken me a long time to film. So if you stay to the end, I really appreciate it. Please leave me a little doggy emoji for Odin. I'm going to love and leave you now because I need to edit this clip. But I hope you have enjoyed. I've enjoyed putting these shelves together. I'm kind of sad that this series is coming to an end. I'll have to think of a new series of videos to do, but yeah, if you can think of any, let me know. I'd be really interested. Other than that, I hope you have a wonderful afternoon, morning, or night, wherever you are. You keep on reading, you keep the magic alive, and I'll see you next time you pop into my library. Bye. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Cool. Ho, 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 ho. I fear this is going to be a very long video. Okay. I'm going to move the bedding. Ha. Oh no, my slipper! My slipper! Not my slipper. Okay. Da, da, da. I need a drink. And I'm only not even through one shelf yet. Okay. Down the bottom. Okay. Continuing on. Actually, I can't even tell if you're... editing Kate's gonna love this. Onwards. Okay,